Coming up, a Georgia city has a new law requiring each household to have a gun.
And the state's Department of Labor says it's cutting unemployment benefits because of the sequester. Your News Valdosta starts now. Welcome to News Valdosta. I'm Gina Jones.
And I'm Gabby Garrett. Topping our news today, the Army and police have been deployed in Venezuela following the death of President Hugo Chavez. Chavez died yesterday from complications with an unspecified cancer in his pelvic area. The influential Venezuelan leader announced in June 2011 he had undergone 2 surgeries in Cuba and had 2 more planned in the coming months. Chavez is remembered for telling an audience at the United Nations that then-President George W. Bush was the devil. Venezuela is split between Chavez supporters and protesters, but no major violence has been reported after his death. A new president will be elected within 30 days.
North Korea threatens to cancel the Korean War ceasefire agreement between North and South Korea next Monday. This will mark 60 years since the agreement was first established. The United States and other countries worry that North Korea's nuclear testing may be perceived to be a hostile threat towards American soil. North Korea said it will block all communication between the United States and the border village separating the 2 Koreas.
With America in financial distress, President Barack Obama has given $250 million in aid to Egypt. Though the money is supposed to be used for extreme needs in Egypt, critics say the money could have gone towards offsetting the sequester that went into effect on Friday. According to sources, the $250 million could go a long way in restoring food service and safety inspection, marshal service, border security fencing, and nuclear waste disposal. One Republican representative says Secretary of State John Kerry should re-examine the aid packages being sent to foreign countries.
Thousands of jobless workers in Georgia will soon see a reduction in the weekly benefits of extended unemployment compensation. The Georgia Department of Labor has been told by the U.S. Department of Labor to reduce the EUC benefits by almost 11% beginning at the end of this month. The federal government will also reduce the state labor department's administrative funding grant by an estimated $3 million. While the cuts will cause a negative impact to the department, it is still too soon to tell just how expansive the damage will be.
Nelson, Georgia is passing a new law that many find controversial and that others hail as a step in the right direction. The Nelson City Council approved an ordinance that has been dubbed the Family Protection Act. This law would require the head of every household to maintain a firearm together with an ammunition. Nelson would be the second town in Georgia to have such a law. Kennesaw passed a similar law 30 years ago, which supporters say led to a lower crime rate. The new policy will not be enforced, and many would be exempt, including gun felons, physically and mentally disabled citizens, and those opposed to maintaining firearms. Bill McNiff, the chairman of the Canton Tea Party, hopes to see laws like this spread statewide.
Coming up, area cops crack down on local meth labs.
And we'll have your windy weather forecast. Stay with us.
Body language. Without saying a word, it can tell you so much. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time. Time to call 911 immediately. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Learn the body language, the sudden signs, and spot a stroke fast.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
Welcome back to News Valdosta. Science fiction leaps into reality yet again with an odd invention known as medical foam.
And while it doesn't heal you in an instant, it can help you survive in an emergency. However, when the medical foam was tested, it increased someone suffering from internal trauma's chance of survival from 8 to 72%. It basically acts as a temporary bandage while transporting the trauma patient to the nearest hospital where it can be removed by surgeons in under a minute. This invention, in light of stem cells, could help lead to new medical breakthroughs.
In health news, the Center for Disease Control has reported that a certain strain of germs called CRE has become resistant to most antibiotics. The troubling statistic is that CRE has appeared in facilities in 42 states. The germ itself has proven immune to most antibiotics and has caused many infections that are difficult and in some cases unable to be treated. Despite how aggressive it is, CRE cases are still rare. The only reason it's being noticed is that half of the major infections by it have ended in the death of the patient. The most effective method for stopping it is detect and protect mindset from the medical staff.
Just outside of Valdosta is a place of healing for returning troops with post-traumatic stress disorder. The News Valdosta's Benjamin Skender has more on the story.
2 Valdosta natives are helping to make a difference for soldiers returning home and for people who have suffered trauma. Tim Glenn and his wife Melanie are training dogs for service use. The organization is called PUPS.
PUPS, people using puppies for service. We train for service work, whether it be PTSD, traumatic brain injury, autism, handicap, people have strokes, anything that can require a service dog. We do it for free. And we have Princess here with us today. Princess is a service dog in training. She has roughly 30 to 40 hours of obedience on her, and task training is just began. She turns lights on, she can do pretty good tricks. We like to train the dog for tricks because nobody just wants to have a dog that does nothing but sit there all the time. Especially if you have anxiety and things of that nature, the dog doing tricks makes you smile, makes other people smile, everybody gets a kick out of it.
They are teamed up with Hopes and Dreams riding facility in nearby equipment. It is a relief facility for people who have PTSD and many other ailments that can be softened by being around dogs or horses. The facility has a total of 176 acres split amongst 3 properties licensed to their name. However, according to the founder of Hopes and Dreams, Mike Randall, they have close to 2,400 acres for horse therapy, which is where they take people on a horseback trek free of phones into the wilderness. After 5 days, they hope the person loosens up and talks about their experiences that leads to them eventually reacclimating to civilian life. Not all wounds are visible, and the more people that know about Hopes and Dreams and PUPS, the stronger their cause becomes. With News Valdosta, I'm Benjamin Skender.
This past weekend has proved to be a busy one for law enforcement as there were 3 meth lab busts in Columbia County, Florida. Detectives and deputies were granted a search warrant on Saturday to search a home where they found a house full of products commonly used to create meth. Saturday also saw the arrest of a driver during a traffic stop when officers found products used to make meth in the driver's car in a backpack. On Sunday, law enforcement found an active meth lab in a motel in Lake City, requiring them to wear gas masks into the room. 2 more arrests were made after that bust.
Local utility crews have been pouring lime this week over raw sewage that was left behind from the Withlacoochee flood. Residents are encouraged to avoid exposure until the issue is resolved. Also, pets should stay inside until this issue is resolved. If any of your items have come in contact with the sewage, sanitize it by using a gallon of water and 1 tablespoon of bleach.
Taking a look at your local weather, today expect a high in the upper 50s with strong winds reaching up to 21 miles per hour. Tonight will cool down to a chilly 33 degrees. Tomorrow expect partly cloudy skies with a high in the mid-60s and a nightly low of 37.
Coming up, a fitness frenzy comes to Valdosta.
And the Azalea Festival is right around the corner. Stay with us.
Today is Saturday. Today is Saturday. Salad on Saturday, fruit on Friday, throw a ball Thursday. Water Wednesday, touch your toes Tuesday. Let's move Mondays, walk snacks Sunday. All the healthy children eat well and move a lot. And move a lot. And move a lot. Eat well and move a lot. 60 minutes of physical activity a day and eating well can help get your child healthy. So keep them active and eating well every day. Skip a rope Saturday, freeze tag Friday, tap dance Thursday. Saturday. Today is Saturday. All the healthy children, all the healthy children.
Get ideas. Get involved. Get going at letsmove.gov. That's letsmove.gov.
I love learning.
I believe in service. I am full of passion.
I embody sportsmanship.
I trust in my resourcefulness.
I like balance.
That's why
I chose
Division 2.
Welcome back to News Valdosta. I'm Gabby Garrett.
And I'm Gina Jones. Last week, we told you about a shark attack near New Zealand, but now we have a shark update much closer to home. Yet another great white shark has been spotted and tagged off the coast of Jacksonville. The almost 15-foot shark named Lydia was caught by Florida scientists in water only 25 feet deep. The scientists are trying to discover why Lydia and 2 other great whites were discovered much further south than usual. The team also took blood and tissue samples while placing 4 tracing devices on the shark. For more information or to follow the shark's journeys, you can do an online search for Lydia the Great White.
The African American Studies program will host the Sankofa African American Museum on Wheels today and tomorrow. The historian behind this exhibit is Angela Jennings. She will give spectators information on where the artifacts came from and how they were obtained. Her motto is, "For we must go back to reclaim all that has been stolen, lost, hidden, and ultimately forgotten in order to preserve and rebuild our present and our future." There will be artifacts depicting the slave era, the Negro Baseball League, and the Tuskegee Airmen, as well as Dr. Martin Luther King.
As VSU's spring break draws closer, events on campus are getting the students out of the dorms and staying active. News Valdosta's Reed Burkett has more.
Valdosta State Campus Recreation put on their Fitness Frenzy event last Wednesday on the front lawn, just 2 weeks before the university's spring break. Students and many others were able to go to a variety of tables focused on promoting a healthier lifestyle. Different tables offered free food and health assessments, and students were able to wind down after classes and relax in the cool Valdosta weather. Christy Faber explains how Fitness Frenzy helps promote a healthier lifestyle for the beginning of spring.
It promotes wellness and fitness, and it gets the students on campus to kind of get an aspect of what Campus Rec is all about. Brings them out of their classroom, out of the dorms, brings them out here, get to do free fitness assessments, different group fitness classes, and just so much to offer, not only on our campus, but around our community.
VSU Campus Recreation gave students a few hours to forget about classwork and start off their spring with a nice game of cornhole.
Good job.
I came out here and saw that they had some prizes, and it looked like they had an obstacle course out here, and it looked like some fun, so I just wanted to come out and see what it was all about.
So get off the couch this spring and come enjoy the great outdoors and stay fit. For News Valdosta, I'm Reed Burkett.
Tomorrow, VSU will begin its annual production of the Obie Award-winning play, The Vagina Monologues, written by Eve Ensler. The play consists of over 200 interviews with women about their memories and experiences of sexuality. The Vagina Monologues will be presented this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in the Student Union Theater at 7 o'clock each night. Tickets are on sale now in Carswell Hall and in the Student Success Center. Prices are $5 for students and $10 for the general public.
The Azalea Festival is almost here. At this event, guests can expect to see arts and crafts vendors, a food court, entertainment stages, as well as fun and games for citizens of all ages. This year, there will be a live tiger display by Tiger Stripes Animal Sanctuary and classic motorcycle and car shows. The Azalea Festival has become a regional festival, attracting attendees from all over the Southeast. It will be held this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Thanks for watching News Valdosta. I'm Gabby Garrett.
And I'm Gina Jones. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.